Welcome, everyone. Thank you for following me. My name is Russell Van, and I'm about to introduce you to all kind of new views on life. I want you to read my book, and you're going to know a lot about me. I'm a very understanding, acceptable, inclusive man. I'm a very righteous man, but I'm not the kind of righteous man that people try to equate righteousness with. Now, I did write 2 books so far, Ghetto Bastard and Ghetto Bastard 2. And Ghetto Bastard 3 should be released sometime at the end of the year, hopefully. And it's true grit, transparency, okay? But what it really shows you is about people have this stereotype, this stigmatism about the ghetto and people from the ghetto. But what they don't tell you is that we can rise above all of that bullshit, you know. But what's happening now is people are glorifying the ghetto like ain't nothing glorious about that shit. Okay, that shit is some serious business. And when I was writing my books, I was thinking about, man, how lucky I am to be out of the ghetto. But man, truth be told, I done did a lot of dirty shit and got away with it. You know what I mean? And I mean, just by the grace of God, I wasn't a career criminal or no bullshit like that. But I mean, I've done a little dumb shit. You know what I mean? But if you read my book, Ghetto Bastard, the first one, it's a good read and it's a good bang for your buck. All right? Because man, it's over 400 pages. Okay? So that's going to build and show you what the reasons I did the things that I did in my life. Okay? Because as I was growing up, I didn't have a father, of course, stereotypical ghetto bastard shit, you know. Mother and father didn't raise me. My grandmother and grandfather was like, hey, fuck that shit, we ain't raising nobody else's kid. And my great-grandmother had to raise me. Now, she was old school and shit, so I got some old school values, you know what I mean? So a lot of the things that I write about, they seem awkward and odd, but they really old school values, okay? Now, the topic of my live cast today is the number 333. Now, if you're a believer, and if it's happened to you, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you how it first started. First, I would be waking up in the middle of the night sometimes, and I would look at the alarm clock and it should say 333. I was like, yeah, it's 333 o'clock, I don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? So then, that shit happened like 2-3 times. So then I was like, what the fuck, is this some spooky shit? You know, I ain't into all that ghost shit and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I don't be fucking with no Ouija boards or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But I was like, what the fuck is going on? So then, I started seeing that shit in my car and on buildings and shit like that. Buildings that I passed 1,000 fucking times before. I ain't never seen 333 before. All of a sudden, I'm seeing 333. You know, so then I said to on the computer, I'm seeing 333. So I said to my wife, I was like, yo, babe, you know, I'm going to tell you some shit, but I don't want you to think I'm crazy and shit. And she's like, well, what? I said, I keep seeing 333 all over the fucking place, you know? And she said, man, you know, of course, what the fuck is that shit? So every time I started seeing it, I said, look, 333, you see that shit? And she'd be like, yeah, okay, I see it. So what the fuck that mean, motherfucker? 333, the clock say 333, what's the big shit, all right? So then I looked it up. I kept looking up because, you know, you go to YouTube now and shit. This is YouTube University and shit. You ain't got to do all the expiration and go to the library and look up all them books and shit like that. Whatever the fuck you want to know, you know, it's up there, you know. Brain surgery, can operate on your ass, you know. YouTube University. But I looked up 333. And what 333 is, supposedly, and I tend to believe this shit because I've experienced it, okay? It's supposed to be that angels cannot communicate with you in a mortally fashion. So they use time or numbers or things to catch your attention to let them know that you're there. So supposedly, the 333 means that you're supposed to follow your dreams, you're supposed to live life to the fullest, you're supposed to move forward. And I've been seeing this shit for about 2 years, and that's what the fuck I'm doing, okay? So this is what Ghetto Bastard is about. This is what our Rise Above hashtag is about. We're about rising above. We're about moving forward. And we're not going with this bullshit system where, you know, we're just going to be a slave to society. We're here to give knowledge. We're here to give encouragement, okay? But before all of that, before we could do all of that, Okay? We got to give praise to one and only God. Okay? Now, I'm going to say God because I don't sit here and debate with all of these people and all this other stuff, because to me, and since you listening to me right now, my opinion is the only one that counts and shit. Okay? Is there is no religion, only God. Okay? Now, if you're saying, what I know about religion, you can read my book, Ghetto Bastard 2, okay? Because I done been there in the church, okay? I done been there, I done been one of them deacons, I done know the backstory, all this stuff, I know the Bible inside and out and things like that. But I want y'all to know that I have experience in life, okay? I'm an older man now, and I done did a lot of fucked up shit, but you can read about it in my book. But I've learned from them. I'm not one of those people that continuously repeats their mistakes and keeps doing the same things over and over again, okay? And like I said before, the first one we want to do is give praise to God, because without God, there is nothing, okay? Everyone wants to give all these opinions and all of these religions and, you know, this and that. Now, first off, I want to get back to it again, because like I said, you're looking at my program. So, the first one I would say, I believe in Jesus. Okay, I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in the Bible. I believe in, you know, I believe in the New Testament so much because the Old Testament kind of like, it shares with the Jewish religion and stuff like that. And there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the Old Bible. You know what I mean? People that haven't read it, there's a lot of crazy shit. I mean, like, it really represents mankind. And mankind be some evil motherfuckers out here and shit like that. But I'm more like into the New Testament and stuff like that. And like, in my book, Ghetto Pastor 2, okay, that's really when I started getting into religion and really started understanding about Jesus, okay? And the one mistake, in my opinion, that people make that turns a lot of people away from Jesus is that they say Jesus is God, okay? Now, from my understanding of reading the Bible, Jesus don't even say he God. You know what I'm saying? He said he represent God. You know what I mean? He sits at the right hand of God. You understand what I'm saying? And to love God and all of that stuff. But he never says to love him and worship him and all that other stuff. So what happens is people get discouraged when they hear the Catholics talk about it, the Presbyterians talk about it, and all of those other extra religions and stuff, and they try to put Jesus on the pedestal to the point to worship him, and Jesus never said to worship him. So that's where I'm coming from when I'm talking, okay? So the one thing that I want to say about God that's a misconception that's out there that people always think, you know, is true, is God is not a God to fear. God is a God of love, okay? Anytime you fear something, it doesn't come from God, okay? If everyone lives their life in fear, if you think about it, okay? Anybody watching knows what fear is, okay? Now, you have different kinds of fear, okay? And when you grow up, that fear get a little more fucked up and shit, okay? Because when you're a kid, you fear the dark, you know what I mean? You know, a little shit like that. You fear getting a little beaten from mama or some bullshit, okay? Then, when you start becoming a teenager, you start getting to all that shit, you might, you know, fear failing a class or something like that. You know what I mean? That's a little bullshit. But now, when you start getting grown up, and you got family and kids, you know, that mortgage, paying them bills and shit like that, and you on a job, and you know, you hate your job, and you got to go to work every day to this job that's just sucking your soul, and you can't do nothing because you fear you're going to lose all of that shit, okay? You work every single day and hate your life, and then you get nothing, okay? And all of that is because of fear, because you're scared to move forward. You're scared to change your life. You're scared to take a chance. You're scared to take any risk. And you know what happens when you're scared? 20, 30 years go by, and then you're 65 years old, you're old and broke down, you're miserable, and you're in the same place you was 40 years ago, and you ain't got shit. And you know what you say? You'll be talking after 65 and might get to 70 and be talking all of them bragging stories about how you worked a job for 40 years and this and that and shit. And you're saying you ain't got shit. You ain't done shit. Okay? So I'm doing these live casts now because I want to encourage people, okay? I want to encourage people to go against the grain, okay? I want to encourage people not to do the shit that I did in my 2 books, okay? Because only by the grace of God, and I say by the grace of God, am I not in jail? Am I not dead? Am I not paralyzed by somebody trying to put a bullet in my back or some, nonsense like that? Okay? I mean, it's just amazing. So I wanted everybody to understand and know about me, and I wanted them to have a place that you can come to, okay, and not be judged, okay? Kind of like like a ghetto bastard online church or some shit like that, okay? And it'd be something like you all accepted. All could come in, and join online. You can meet up with me on once a week, and you can ask me little questions and stuff like that. But just certain people is not going to be included in that. There are going to be exclusions, okay? No pedophiles, okay? No rapists, all right? Nobody that uses their power to sexually harass women, the kids, and blacks, Hispanics, or anybody like that. Anybody that wants to treat anybody that doesn't have power, any power, and want to treat them like shit, you ain't allowed up in this motherfucker, okay? You don't come. Matter of fact, turn the motherfucker off right now. I want to see your ass, okay? But now, everybody else, you believe in God, you know what I'm saying? You want to feel yourself closer to God. You want to talk about God, but you want to be yourself. You want to be human. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all might be saying, yo, this guy talking all this God shit, but he cursing and talking this and motherfucker. Well, look, motherfucker, I'm human. Shit, fuck it. That's how I talk. That's how I am. You know what I'm saying? And my relationship with God is my motherfucking business. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just talking like, yo, if we want to have a common denominator, but we want to sit down and have a logical discussion without having to try to kill each other and hate each other and say you're a piece of shit because you don't believe in what I believe in and all that other stuff. Hey, this is the form to do that in, okay? I'm going to express myself with that. But, I just wanted to let everybody know that God is great, you know what I mean? And if you got any questions or you got anything, any comments you want to say, put it up because it's live. And, I see there's a couple of people watching out there. So if you got some questions, is there some things you want to talk about or you want to know about me? If you really want to know about me deep down inside, start going from a child and all that other stuff, start out with one. Like I said, it's a long book. But I promise you, you start reading it, you're not going to put it down. And once you put it down, you're going to be demanding too, okay? That's it, okay? And 3, like I said, it's coming out at the end of the year, and 4 is already in my head. Like I said, it's my memoirs and things like that. But it relates to everybody. And like I was saying, that we can join, everybody can come in and join. Listen, I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're straight. I don't care if you're black, you're white, you're purple, you're yellow, you're Chinese, you're Mexican, you're Ecuadorian. I don't give a fuck, okay? An asshole is an asshole, okay? I'm just talking about people that believe in that one superior being, God, that created everything, okay? That's the type of people that, I want to come in and sit down and have conversations and stuff like that. I'm not into, even though the name is Ghetto Bastard, it's not promoting ghettoism, okay? By no means. It's just showing a lot of people who don't understand about people who come from the ghetto and how we've lived our lives and how different circumstances and not having role models and TV and all this other bullshit, just having influences on our lives and stuff like that. So we're going to be doing this once a week, all right? You got any questions, go hit me up, go to ghettobastard.com. You see me on my Facebook and anything. Throw anything out there. And we come try, like I said, do this weekly. So next week, same time, thinking about 7:15. And while you're at it, don't forget, if you haven't seen my thing here, okay, on my emblem and stuff like that. If you're calling, I might send you one in the mail, okay? And it has the 2 books on there, okay, Ghetto 1 and 2, okay? So, give me a shout out, okay? And I'll see you next week, all right? It's out. Take care. Peace out. Ghetto Bastard. Russell Van. Over and out.